Hey guys, it's Roy here from RWilco12 and EpicDroid.com, bringing to you today a review of Hotlap Heroes from Team P. Hotlap Heroes is a top-down racing game that harkens back to the days of the Atari and, well, maybe not the Atari, but definitely the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. The game does feature several different modes of play, everything from a single player up to a multiplayer mode with several others in between, but I'm not going to cover those too much. I played single player for just a little bit and I found that it wasn't quite that enjoyable for me. It was just me driving a little red car around a track and doing it over and over and over again, and that just didn't do it for me. But when I really started to have a lot of fun was when I brought my son into the mix and we started playing it together. The multiplayer, it allows you to bring in multiple cars and it allows you to do it with any controller that works with the NVIDIA Shield. So you can use the NVIDIA Shield controller, you can use a cheap knockoff controller, and then even make it more fun, if you don't have more than two controllers, that's all I have, you also have the ability to plug in a mobile device. Now you don't plug it into the device, you just install an app that's available on the Google Play Store or on iOS. So even though this is an Android platform, the Android NVIDIA Shield TV, you can use iOS devices with as a controller for this game. But what was really cool was once we started doing that, we were able to use the mobile devices as controllers, and believe it or not, it was actually really easy to use. I almost found it easier to use the controller on the app than I did to use the actual Shield controller with the joystick. It was a little bit tricky when you switched it over to the expert mode, but once you figured out where the buttons were on the screen, it worked really well. The phone did heat up quite a bit when I was doing it, so it did seem like it was a very processing and memory intensive game, and I also had a ton of battery drain while I was doing it, but I was still able to have a lot of fun with that. But me and my son, when we played it, we had a lot of fun. We were able to spin around, do donuts, we were able to hit the parking cones or the orange cones, whatever you call those, and had a lot of fun doing that. And even though I won every race, it's not much of a challenge playing against a 6-year-old, but even though I won every race, we both still had a lot of fun. So even though there are several different modes of gameplay, you have the single player, multiplayer, you have the online ladder, the online leaderboards where you can play against other people or you can rank against other people online for the best times. The replayability of it isn't very high. Currently it only has 5 maps. They do promise that there will be more soon and that they will be added regularly. It does look like it has a lot of potential. It looks like it could be a fun game. It is a racing game, so it does, like I said, it does get a little bit repetitive just because you're driving in a circle. However, there is a lot of replayability when you get a lot more people involved, and then you have those bragging rights when you get to beat everyone else out of the 8 players that were playing with you. So it does have a lot of fun built in. I do like the multiplayer mode. I do want to see more maps coming out of it here in the near future. It is currently available on the Google Play Store for $3.99. I'll have a link to that in the description below. There's also the controller app that I'll have a link to in the description as well. I will have a link to the Play Store version for the Google version as well as to the iOS version for those that have Apple devices. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up in the comments below. Like I said, it was a lot of fun for my son and I. I hope you guys will give it a try and see if you guys enjoy it as well.